Maya graduated college at 24 with a communications degree, a starting salary of $48,000, and $38,000 in federal student loan debt. Every month she made her minimum payment of $390 and watched her balance barely move. 3 years later, she made her final loan payment and celebrated with a $12 dinner at her favorite taco place. No windfall, no rich relatives, just a plan. Today, we're going to break down exactly what she did and how you can apply the same strategies to your own loans.
Here's the thing nobody tells you at graduation. Minimum payments are designed to keep you in debt longer. On a $38,000 loan at 6.5% interest, which is close to the current federal undergraduate rate, making only the minimum payment stretches your repayment to 10 years and costs you over $13,000 in interest alone. That's on top of what you borrowed. This is exactly what Maya realized 6 months after graduation. She did the math and said, I'm basically renting this debt. The good news? Adding even $100 extra per month to your payment can cut years off your loan and save thousands in interest.
When Maya sat down with her loan servicer's breakdown, she had 4 separate loans ranging from $3,500 to $18,000, with interest rates between 4.5% and 7.2%. She had 2 main strategies to choose from. The avalanche method means you throw every extra dollar at the loan with the highest interest rate first, regardless of balance. This minimizes the total interest you pay over time. The snowball method means you attack the smallest balance first to get quick wins and build momentum. Maya chose the avalanche because the math was clear. She'd save about $1,800 compared to the snowball approach. But here's the truth. The best method is the one you actually stick with.
Let's look at the numbers visually. This chart shows the total interest paid over time using the avalanche method versus the snowball method on Maya's exact loan setup. $38,000 across 4 loans at varying rates, with $600 monthly in payments. Notice how the avalanche line consistently stays below the snowball line, meaning less money lost to interest at every point in the repayment timeline. By month 36, the gap is significant. This is the chart Maya printed out and taped to her fridge. It made the strategy feel real. Remember, past calculations are based on fixed assumptions. Your actual savings will depend on your specific loan terms.
Here's the number that stopped Maya cold. If she had just made minimum payments for the full 10-year standard repayment term, she would have paid $13,400 in interest on top of her original $38,000 balance. That's nearly $51,400 total for a degree she'd already earned. When she saw that figure, something shifted. That $13,400 could have been a down payment on a car, a year of investing, or the foundation of an emergency fund. This is why understanding your loan terms isn't just a finance exercise. It's a financial survival skill. The good news is that you have control over this number, and we're going to show you how to shrink it.
So where did Maya find the extra money? She wasn't earning a 6-figure salary. She made a series of small moves that added up fast. First, she audited her subscriptions and found she was paying for 4 streaming services, 2 apps she forgot about, and a gym she hadn't visited in months. That freed up $87 a month. Then she picked up freelance social media work on weekends, averaging $300 extra per month. And when she got a small raise at work, she redirected the entire after-tax increase straight to her loans instead of lifestyle inflation. Combined, she was throwing an extra $500 a month at her debt on top of her regular payment. That's what compressed a 10-year loan into 3.
About 18 months into her payoff journey, Maya looked into refinancing. Here's how it works. Refinancing means a private lender pays off your existing loans and gives you a new loan, ideally at a lower interest rate. If Maya could drop her average rate from 6.5% to 4.8%, she'd save hundreds more over the remaining balance. But there's a critical warning here. Federal student loans come with protections, income-driven repayment plans, deferment options, and potential forgiveness programs. The moment you refinance with a private lender, you permanently lose those federal benefits. Maya decided to only refinance her highest rate private loan, not her federal ones, and saved about $900 in interest. That's the nuanced move most people miss.
Let's look at where rates actually stand. This chart shows average student loan interest rates over the past several years, comparing federal undergraduate rates to private loan rates. Federal rates are set by Congress each year, based on the 10-year Treasury note. Private rates vary by lender and creditworthiness. Notice that in some years, private lenders offered rates below federal, especially for borrowers with strong credit. In others, federal rates were more competitive. This is exactly why Maya's decision to refinance only her private loans was smart. Her federal rates were already relatively low. Understanding this chart helps you decide whether refinancing makes sense for your specific situation.
Here's something Maya's coworker discovered that she almost missed. Federal student loans offer relief programs that can dramatically change your payoff strategy. Income-driven repayment plans like Save, Payee, and IBR cap your monthly payment at a percentage of your discretionary income, typically between 5 and 10%. For lower earners, this can mean payments of less than $100 a month. Public Service Loan Forgiveness, or PSLF, forgives your remaining federal loan balance after 10 years of qualifying payments while working for a government or nonprofit employer. And teachers in low-income schools may qualify for up to $17,500 in forgiveness. These aren't loopholes. They're programs designed to exist. Check your eligibility at studentaid.gov.
This chart is one of the most powerful visuals in personal finance. It shows how much time and interest you save simply by paying extra each month on a $38,000 loan at 6.5% interest. The baseline is the standard 10-year repayment. With just $100 extra per month, you save over $3,000 and cut 2 years off your loan. At $300 extra, which is where Maya ended up after her budget audit and side income, she saved over $7,000 and paid off in under 5 years. This is the chart that shows you don't need a massive salary increase to win. Small, consistent extra payments have an outsized impact. Every dollar above the minimum hits your principal directly and reduces future interest.
At 27, Maya made her last loan payment. She didn't win the lottery. She didn't get a 6-figure job. She got intentional. She used the Avalanche method to minimize interest. She found an extra $500 a month by cutting subscriptions and freelancing. She refinanced only her private loans, and she checked her eligibility for income-driven repayment just in case. Today, that $390 she used to send to her loan servicer goes into a Roth IRA and an index fund. She's building wealth now instead of paying off the past. You can do the same. Start with your loan balance, pick your method, and find just one way to pay more this month. That's how the journey begins. This video is for educational purposes only. Consult a financial advisor for advice specific to your situation. Everything in this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Student loan programs, interest rates, and forgiveness eligibility rules can change. Please consult a licensed financial advisor or student loan counselor for guidance specific to your situation.